As Americans, it is ingrained in us from a young age to support our troops. Media frequently loops surprise homecoming videos or shows the latest new fighter jet. But what about those military spouses left at home, supporting organizations and families within your local community? Today, we will be discussing the implementation initiative to hire more military spouses within organizations. Before we can get into the implementation initiative, we do need to define what a military spouse is. Simply put, a military spouse is someone married to a U.S. military service member. More military spouses are part of today's workforce than any generation previously. It is estimated that there are over 12 million veterans and active duty military spouses. Collectively, this group of people is more likely to have attended school beyond high school. They are experienced change agents due to the military lifestyle, relocating their families every 2 to 4 years. Unfortunately, this cyclical relocation, along with other challenges of the military lifestyle, has led to military spouses facing unemployment rates 7 times higher than their civilian counterparts. At the same time, over 50% of employed military spouses consider themselves underemployed based on their skills, experience, and education. So, why is this important for your organization? Although military spouses offer unique skills, they all encounter unique family lifestyle challenges. These challenges often cause military spouses to sacrifice their own career development and advancement. As a result, in the workforce, military spouses are excluded from career advancement opportunities and are unable to meet career goals. The purpose of this research is to explore the career experiences of military spouses to understand how organizations can best support their career advancement goals. Today, we will be discussing the internal implementation initiative for partnership organizations. The internal workforce development specialist for hiring our hero partner organizations would track career progression, act as a liaison between the military and the organization, and provide resources for balancing the demands of a career and military lifestyle. Additionally, there is an external recommendation which includes changes to military policy, but that is a long term implementation strategy that we will not be discussing today. The target audience for the recommendation is the organizations with targeted hiring of military spouses. The creation of the workforce development specialist role within organizations will support the careers of military spouses within civilian organizations. At the same time, the specialist will evaluate the career progression of military spouses. Through the evaluation of their careers, the organization will develop a career progression framework. By creating, evaluating, and developing a structure within the organizations, partner organizations will close the existing wage gap between military spouses and civilian employees. Additionally, the investment in the careers of military spouses will lead to hardworking and skilled employees, reducing turnover and the associated loss of knowledge. As for evaluation, the workforce development specialist will create an annual survey for military spouses within the organization. Survey participants will be identified through military hiring partnerships, and employees will also have the opportunity to self identify as a military spouse within the organization. The survey will address the tenure of the employee, development and training offerings, career goals, promotions or advancements awarded, salary changes, and the overall culture of military spouses within the organization. Upon completion of the survey, the results will be evaluated compared to the previous year. The cost of turnover will be measured against the cost of association with the Hiring Our Heroes partnership. Additionally, through the career advancement, military spouses will be able to financially contribute more within their community, building a financially stable community and overall contributing to the financial wellness of the United States. Diversity, equity, inclusion are inherently embedded within military spouse demographics. Military spouse unemployment and underemployment is traditionally thought of as a women's issue because 90% of military spouses are women. As the wage gap already exists for women in the workforce, military spouses encounter more wage disparity, earning 19% less than their civilian counterparts. The creation of the workforce development specialist and a career progression structure for military spouses will create equitable opportunities for women to advance in their careers. The first step in hiring more military spouses is creating a partnership with a military spouse hiring organization, such as Hiring Our Heroes, Military and Spouse Employment Partnership, Vet Jobs, 12 Million Plus, Blue Star Families, or dozens and dozens of other organizations. To truly understand the dynamic careers and lifestyles of military spouses, the organization needs to recruit and hire a military spouse as the workforce development specialist for the program. This person or team should be hired within the first 30 days of the partnership. Upon hiring, the specialist will design a survey to understand the tenure of military spouse employees, the development and training offerings, career goals, promotions or advancements awarded, salary changes, and overall culture of the military spouses within the organization. The survey should be initiated within the first 90 days of partnership. Once military spouses are identified, the specialist will track their career progression within the organization. Upon completion of the survey, the specialist will also work with human resources and the organization to create remote work policies for military spouses. Finally, the cost analysis will be reviewed regularly based on the needs and the size of the organization. Once the structure is established, the program will continue to adapt and change to meet the unique needs of the military spouses and the organization as a whole. Communication should begin approximately 90 days prior to the partnership being finalized. The initial communication should be sent across the organization explaining the partnership and the workforce initiative. This communication can be discussed in the quarterly meeting, newsletter, or social media. Communicating the relation to the organization's mission and vision is critical. Approximately 30 days prior to launch, leadership should be trained on the benefits to the team and the overall impact on the company strategy. This in depth training will provide leaders with a better understanding of the initiative and empower them to answer questions and participate in the program. About 2 weeks prior to the partnership and program launch, employees should be notified of any significant changes to their daily work, their processes, or their teams. Once the program is live, the communication should follow the same 90-day, 30-day, and 2-week communication pattern to inform the employees, leadership teams, and organization about the successes, challenges, and changes to the program. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to your feedback and constructive coaching.